Michigan. I'm Linda Lear-Balkema, and with me is Steve Deckinga. And Steve, we are at your place, SD Enterprises, and tell me about what's going on here today.
Linda, we're having a car show for a cause to benefit the Make-A-Wish of Michigan. And it's an amazing opportunity, and it's a privilege to be able to do this. We got this thing started about 4 or 5 months ago, and we wanted it not to have just a regular car show. We wanted to have something that had some body and some impact, and we just said we're going to call it a car show for a cause. And then what better to support the Make-A-Wish of Michigan, and it's just an amazing organization. And to boot, well, we paint the race cars, and we know a lot of the people, and it's just taken off.
Okay, so your business here, SD Enterprises, that's what you do is paint race cars? Is that your...
Yep, about 85% of what we do is all high-end drag race cars, and we do hot rod stuff and motorcycles, and we do everyday stuff too.
So you can paint anybody's car.
Anybody's car, yep.
With a specialty. Well, there are some really cool cars to see here today, and we're going to show you a lot of those cars. But what's so important is that this is for Make-A-Wish Foundation. I know the young man, Fireman Chase, that Make-A-Wish recently helped here in the Muskegon, West Michigan area. I don't know if Chase is here today. Have you?
Chase is actually in Gainesville, Florida, having a special treatment. I know he would have loved to have been here, but Fireman Steve just did an amazing job, and his testimony is just so impactful.
It is impactful. We're going to see if we can find Fireman Steve a little later too. But I understand that this is kind of close to you too. Do you have some people in your family?
Yes, I have 2 nephews who have muscular dystrophy. Jakey and Jordan, one's 25, one's 21, and they were recipients of a wish, Make-A-Wish, and they went to Disney World years ago. Yep.
Okay, yes, I did see they were here earlier, but I think they left. They were here for the opening ceremony.
Yep, and it's just we take it for granted every day that we can get up and we do our thing, and I do, and you don't have to look very far to see someone who is struggling, and it's, old and young, and it's and that's what it's really all about. We need to think about that. We need to be fortunate and blessed to be able to do and do life the way we do it. Yep.
Yeah, and it's very important that we give back, and that's what you're doing here today. There's a lot of great people here giving back in many ways. I see there's a lot of different vendors, sponsors. Is there anyone else sponsoring this event?
A lot of Finish Master and PPG and Phase 3 Graphics. And when we decided to do this and we started to let people know what we're doing, the community just got so excited and got so involved. And people just stepped up to the plate. Like I just couldn't believe. I was truly amazed in how people just came together to support this.
The weather cooperated too. I noticed, we had rain all morning, and at noon this started, and the national anthem was played. These cars were started up. What a roar that was!
I know it. And then this morning too, even most of us got here about 5 a.m. this morning, and it was raining, and we were setting up. And you know what? The people came. They just came. They started to roll in. It did not matter because it was such a such a good cause. It did not matter if people were getting wet or not. So.
And they didn't care that their beautiful cars were getting wet either. It's just, that's the one thing about West Michigan. They know how to step up for a cause, and that's so important here. Yeah, they're selling raffle tickets, 50-50, lots of door prizes.
Yep,
okay.
We have so much stuff to give away. I don't think we're gonna be till 5 o'clock tonight to try to give it away. So that's what I'm talking about. Stuff just kept coming. People wanted to give stuff, and just the door prizes too is just amazing. Every day people were dropping stuff off, and we could hardly keep up with it. So
thank you so much for putting this event together. We're going to interview some of the other great vendors here and look at all these fantastic cars. Yep. Thank you, Steve.
Yep. Thank you very much.
With me now is some people from the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And your name, sir?
My name's Matt.
Matt and?
Aubrey.
Aubrey. Okay, Matt, tell me all about Make-A-Wish and what your role is with Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Well, I am a committee member for the Walk for Wishes, and That's an event that we hold in September 12th, actually, this year at the Don Ball Zoo. My family, my daughter Aubrey and I, and my wife and kids, we've been involved with Make-A-Wish now for about 2 years and raising money. And we raise money to help children with life-threatening illnesses. And the cool thing about a wish is it's a day to brighten and enhance, a family who's going through a very tough time, dark time where, you're in and out of hospitals and your life spent with tubes. And so the cool thing about Make-A-Wish, it gives you a break from all that. And
is there a personal reason that you got involved with this to start with?
Well, for Aubrey's 10th birthday, she wanted to ask for donations to Make-A-Wish in lieu of gifts. And she's a figure skater, so her birthday party is on the ice. She invites the entire class, and so it's a lot of presents. So we started back in her 10th birthday, and she's raised a lot of money since.
And how much? Okay, Aubrey, you are now how old?
11.
11. And what a very, very special young lady to ask for something for others rather than for herself, to get all those gifts and for her to actually want to help others and make a wish. And how much have you raised in this past year?
How much have you raised?
$20,000.
$20,000 that they have raised because that's what she wanted for her birthday. And so that's really something. That's so special. So now it's a part of your life, right?
It's a part of our life, and we're getting ready as a team. Team Aubrey's actually has the most team members for the Walk for Wishes in September.
Okay, September 12th coming up. Walk for Wishes in Grand Rapids?
Correct, at the John Ball Zoo. And it's really just a fun family day to come out to the zoo, walk through the zoo. There's a lot of fun events set up similar to what's going on today, all revolving around Make-A-Wish.
Make-A-Wish. And Make-A-Wish's sole purpose is to help those children that have life-threatening illnesses, correct? And give them a special day away from tubes and the hospitals and the treatments and yes.
And traveling from hospital to treatment to, so it's definitely it gets the entire family a break. That brother or sister feels like they've been ignored because mom, dad, grandpa, aunts, and uncles have been going to the hospital. And so it's really good for the siblings, for every family member involved. So it gives you a nice, uplifting experience.
It's a wonderful cause, and I'm so glad. I hope that you continue this till you're an adult, Aubrey. I hope that it's really a testament to you and your personality and the kind of young lady you are. So I'm very, very thankful and impressed with this family, and that you continue to do this. And boy, you could sure teach a lot to a lot of other kids out there with what you're doing. What a great example. I know that recently we had Fireman Chase Day, and can you tell us a little bit? I was not there that day. I feel so bad. I know that we covered it with DSE, but I'd like to know, how is that going?
It was a great day. We actually got to help experience the day. We lined the streets for one Chase, who young individual who his wish was to be a fireman, and was great. Fireman Steve, as he's known by now, was actually North Muskegon firefighter who wanted to get involved, and he kind of just created a wonderful event for him. And Chase got to put out a fire and really live a day of a lot of fun. It was cool.
Well, thank you so much for your continued work with Make-A-Wish Foundation. This is a great car show for a cause here today. It's going all to Make-A-Wish Foundation. So keep up the good work. Thank you. Yeah.
Hi, I'm at the car show at Make-A-Wish Car Show in Spring Lake. I'm Bob Woods, also known as Mopar Woody. Here with my 2015 Dodge Challenger Scat Pack. It's a new model. They actually had another show here last year, but they didn't really have any sponsors, so this is a bigger show this year than it was last year. I'm glad that the weather kind of started working with us, so that the rain kind of held off, and people were able to come out to the Make-A-Wish car show, and it's a really good cause.
With me now is Jody Tanz. And Jody, you've had a personal experience with Make-A-Wish Foundation. Tell me all about that.
Both of our sons have Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and we took them both to Disney World. And the oldest, he's 25 now, but he was 5 years old, and our second was 7 years old when we went.
Okay.
And
So both of your boys, they were born with Duchenne's. Is that?
yes, yep.
I'm not familiar with Duchenne's. And can you tell me a little bit about that disease?
Affects the muscles, and usually they stop walking anywhere between 3 and 5. And different ages in wheelchairs. My oldest, Jordan, he was in a wheelchair at age 12, and Jacob at age 8. So,
I'm glad to see that they're still with us here today.
yes, they are.
But they've had to live with some difficulties. There's a lot of struggles that you've had over the years. So Make-A-Wish made a difference in a day in their lives, right?
Good, yes. Wonderful experience.
Okay, and so now you're here and supporting so other children that have this can have the same kind of experience. So they were how old when they went to Disney World?
Jordan was 5 and Jacob was 7.
Okay. So at that right age to really get a lot out of Disney World.
Oh,
and
yeah.
enjoy
Yeah, it was great.
And
Yeah,
they still remember it because I talked to them and they do remember it. Yeah.
they do. It was a great time.
I know that I've heard muscular dystrophy, Duchenne's. I've heard ALS. Is that categorized in the same type of? Do you know about that?
Yeah, ALS is it's different. That, I think, generally affects older people that are like in their 40s, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah.
I just lost a good friend from Reed's Puffer, a beloved woman, Rosemary Beckman Lambert, that we have covered some things on her, the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge and that. And they had a wonderful, huge party. She passed away last week. And they did a great party for her last night that she orchestrated, planned herself, and it was an amazing party and send-off. But I know she in spirit would be here today wanting to see Make-A-Wish do for others, and she was all about doing for others. And it's so neat to see you involved with this. Yes. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
This program is brought to you in part by Culver's of Grand Haven.